Alright, have not fans, you know the drill. If you're new to the channel, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon, just so you don't miss out on any new content on the channel or when I do live streams. Now, this is kind of a controversial topic because it's one character who I love seeing on the screen, but has been acting a bit out of character lately, if you ask me, and we're talking about Katheryn Cryer. Not a terribly long video here, but I just want to get a poll or a feel on where the fan base is on this. Why is Katheryn so strongly focused on Wyatt fessing up to his crime of killing Vinnie Malone for, I guess you could say, being willing to kill Wyatt for not paying for the drugs? And then on the flip side of that, how can Katheryn say that he should pay for his crime when she freaking killed Jennifer Salison in cold blood? Like, I really do. Okay, it kind of bothers me because if you go back to season 2, especially during the first part, Katheryn was all about protecting Wyatt from being arrested and put away in jail for life for the murder of little Lizzie and then hitting Benny Young while he was in a high state. So to me, it would have made more sense for her to be like, look, Wyatt needs to pay for his crime back in that situation than in this situation when he killed a drug dealer. Because I'm really not saying that murder is right, but when looking at the circumstances, it's like, well, when you think about it, Wyatt was acting in self-defense. Now, yes, he did get himself in that situation by going down there, getting drugs and whatnot. So there's that. But my problem is the fact that at least Wyatt was acting in self-defense, whereas Katheryn only killed Jennifer because she wanted to protect her son. It was pretty much, look, Jennifer Salison, you gave my son all his inheritance, and I know my son, and the fact that that money will literally cause him to kill himself because he's so reckless. He doesn't know how to handle the money. He has addictions. So you not agreeing to my demands to get the money back from Wyatt is just as good as you pulling the trigger on my son. So I'm going to kill you myself. In theory, that's what she's saying, and that's what I felt why she did what she did. But at the same time, there was really no reason for that. Jennifer didn't lift a finger towards Katheryn. She literally refused to her demands. So if you really notice it, after murdering Jennifer, torturing her, and Veronica go at it at the house, and then they have a standoff at the hospital. After that, Katheryn is back to normal, back to wanting to help Hannah out and give her a job back, giving her a house and all this other good stuff. So it's almost like the murder didn't even affect her. I mean, we do have the scenes where she has the house cleaned out, tells Jim she wants to divorce, and then those two have their moments at the beginning of the season. But it's almost like the murder of Jennifer is treated as an afterthought. And I mean, yeah, the Malones dumped the body at the news station. Jim keeps talking about how all 4 of them, you know, the Harringtons and the Cryers, need to meet up and get out of this mess. That's why, you know, the house was burnt down and everything. But hell, not even the house being burnt down was addressed in the series in terms of no police or firemen have talked with the Cryers about it to get the story straight. So I don't really know what Tyler Perry is doing with the Katheryn Cryer character. It just seems so, I mean, like, we've always talked about how hypocritical as a Christian that Hannah was throughout the series, talking one way and praying, but then acting another. But then you look at Katheryn, who's acting all self-righteous about how, you know, Wyatt needs to come clean. We shouldn't protect him in this situation. I mean, okay, I feel like Team Arrivals, I really can't wait to see the discussion between Jim and Katheryn in the kitchen. It looks like they're finally going to have that talk where, you know, Jim's going to be like, we're talking about making Wyatt pay for his crimes and deal with the consequences. We never done it before. Why should we start now? I mean, to be fair, hey. But yeah, I really don't know what they're doing with Katheryn. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. So let me know in the comment section below, why do you feel like Katheryn is so strong about Wyatt coming clean with this crime? If you remember back in season 2, Hannah was the one that told Katheryn, like, look, instead of covering it up, you should make your son pay for what he did because it's not right. And I feel like that kind of stuck to Katheryn's heart, and that's why she's so adamant about Wyatt paying for his crime now. But at the same time, I really do hope in the next episode that Jim, you know, being a smartass and whatnot, even during the conversation with Katheryn, I hope he takes a moment, and maybe not in the snarky, sarcastic way he always says things, but okay, well, Katheryn, if you want Wyatt to fess up to his crime, why don't you fess up to your crime for murder? Because when you really think about it, the Cryer family in general is a bunch of murders. You know, Wyatt killing Vinny, allegedly killing little Lizzie. I know this is a bit of a stretch, but honestly, I feel like Wyatt didn't kill little Lizzie. I feel like one of the guys that tried to rob him did it. And then, of course, Wyatt did hit Benny Young. And then you look at another situation where he was about to kill his parents in that high-induced state. Literally, if Katheryn didn't calm him down with yelling, I feel like Jim would have been probably killed or badly injured. Amanda, remember when she was in her stalkerish state, was literally threatening Professor Cannon's life and then sticking a gun down his throat, stabbing him in the back, running around the house playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo with the gun pointed at people. Katheryn, of course, killed Jennifer Salison, and allegedly the priest that were touching her son at the camp, that was done before the series started. And Jim, his actions have caused the death of people, but he has yet to get his own hand dirty, if you see what I mean there. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts on Katheryn being all, you need to fess up to your crime, son, yet, you know, she's not willing to do the same. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you all soon.